it has, Roy, been an extraordinary transformation, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think also the transfer window obviously closing, Ronaldo staying, all these things. Obviously the players, I mentioned at the end of last year where there was a lot of players whose contracts are up. I think that's been a big help to the manager. They're gone out. I mean, Pogba, Lingard, Cavani. I'm not saying these are all bad lads, but then they need to move on. So I think now he's got a group of players I think he's happy with, he can work with. He's obviously been back in the transfer market, which obviously helps. He knows some of the personalities he's brought in. We saw Eriksen today, we know his qualities. But the big plus for me looking at the game today, I just think there's a bit of a character building with this team. There's personalities in the team. And even today, people talk about Arsenal controlling the game. Or certainly had a lot of the possession. But I still think Man United were in control in that sense. Yeah, they're under pressure, but when you're playing at Old Trafford, you're under the cosh. That's where your personality comes into. We go, we can deal with it. Even Arsenal pulled it back to 1-1. You're thinking, you know, it's going to be tough now. But they dealt with it. They kept calm. They were cool. They showed their quality at the end. They scored another couple of goals, some brilliant goals, great team goals. And again, we see Old Trafford tonight, this evening, players walking down the tunnel there. The place was bouncing. And I tell you, the feel-good factor is definitely back at the club.
Roy, do you not think, okay, today they can play how they played, but when they are going to play a lesser team and they will have a lot more of the ball, that they have to be able to cope with that?
Yeah, of course. That's what playing for any of the big clubs is about. You know, you have to find different ways to win football matches. But what we like to, again, as I said, going back to the personality team, they've sat in and playing on their counter-attack. Obviously, did suit them. Same against Liverpool. Liverpool here a few weeks ago, 70% possession, but United picked them up. I always felt United were going to score goals that night. The same today. But of course, when they're a so-called lesser team, there's different responsibility on the players. But they've got good options. They have lads who not just playing on the counter-attack. Lads came off the bench today that were excellent. So I think that's a nice problem for the manager to have.
And is it that the first thing, actually, that you have to do? If you're the manager who's lost the first two games, you have to stop losing.
Yeah.
You have to play better without the ball and then build.
And whatever you say, he's done that brilliantly after the Brentford, and you said that was one of the best things that could happen to them. But he went basically to, wait, you know, let's get back to the basics and let's just get the organization and the platform and play from there, and not like have to play out from the back and have to pass it and lose the ball in your own half and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, you have to say they look good. They've
got a settled team, Jimmy. He's not made obviously one change there in the last 4 matches. The balance is better with the left-footed centre half. All these little details are a big help.
Is that the obvious next stage of the development, though, being better with the ball and being able to, you know, like Arsenal today had a lot of the possession and pushed Manchester United back, but be able to do that against maybe when the lesser sides come, as Jimmy says.
Yeah, and then the pressure's going to be on. I think the Liverpool game come at a perfect time. But today, when you analyse it, for all the play Arsenal had, David De Gea didn't really make a save. He's not the man of the match, you know, and you don't have to be that great on the ball if you're Man United. If players like Fernandes can put ball through the eye of a needle like that, I mean, I don't know how you defend that. I mean, we can never go at Arsenal there and go, well, you can't stop that. It's just an unbelievable pass. It's scary. And then for Rashford to run onto it and finish it, I mean, you can't stop it. I don't care what standard of football. And for me, if they keep on doing that, I thought there was times in the game where Rashford drifted in and out the game, but you don't mind that if he scores 2 goals. And then Eriksen's making a third run. I thought it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction from Arteta. I thought there was another 20 minutes in the game and 2-1 down. There's another chance in this game, you know. And I just thought too many subs at the same time, and I think they lost it there. I just think they lost it.
And I think it's a great feeling. We've been sitting here, and even in the first half, giving Arsenal a lot of plaudits. When I was a player and teams came here and had a good day, but I never bothered about the plaudits. I was interested in the points. You can praise Arsenal all you want, but this is about results and winning football matches.
Yeah, but there's ways of losing games, Roy. They done all right today. They done all right today.
You have a sing-song going back because you last year play well. No, rubbish.
But then you go back. Then you go back to the
winning, but you know.
Then you go back to the Jesus. You know, he needs to come here. Yeah, he's playing well. He needs to score. Then he needs to find a moment to score. You know, and those are the things. Yeah.
What was it you said earlier, Paul? You said you always came to Manchester United, walked away thinking you played quite well.
Yeah.
We never won.
We never won. You know, you do, and that's what.
So that's carrying on now, isn't it? Brilliant.
But, you know, Martinelli, he had the full-back on toast first half. He never touched the ball second half. You know, instead of going, right, just keep on ramming it down his throat, they didn't, and it's...
But that's the question marks over this Arsenal group of players. They've obviously had a brilliant start to the season, but when it goes to 1-1, the momentum's with them. but they ended up losing the game. You know, you're thinking at least get a draw in the game.
I
but
mean, they got
managed to
carried
lose
away.
it.
I think
Of
they
course
got carried away.
They
I
got
thought
giddy and
it-
excited.
I thought they were dominant for that 15 minutes. It was one-way traffic. They were going through Man United through a knife through butter. But the one thing that the manager's got here is he's got them defending. They defend. They get back. They get in the box. They clear balls.
as well. He talked about that character that he's
100%.
developing.
The lad who got the lad who, Martinez, who come off with cramp. The clearance that he does, he don't mess about. There's no touch in the box and roll it out. He put it in row Z.